What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. As you can tell from my more recent videos, I really enjoy talking more about management consulting than going into the more educational route like my earlier videos. If you'd like to see videos where I go into whether you should get an MBA or where you should go to school, I'll link those in the bio below for you to check out as well. Today, I want to combine both these main channel ideas by bringing you a video where I discuss the transition into management consulting. I've noticed that the age range for viewers on this channel is also based around that time endpoint where individuals are thinking about starting their career. So this one's for you guys. I'll share the differences you'll notice within being on either side, followed by my experience being an entry-level hire. But before getting into it though, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Your continued support by taking these 3 steps is what helps this channel grow and lets other viewers gain value from these videos. I truly appreciate all my viewers and love you all for all the support you provide to this channel thus far. Also, if you're interested in management consulting and not sure how to get started, that's where I come in. On my website, ryanrafi.com, you'll find different materials that will help with your prep, but I too can help just by scheduling a one-on-one appointment to connect. I've left my promo codes in the bio below for you to check out if you are interested. But with all that said, let's just get into today's video. So, college. The simpler times, where you were young, casually blacking out in the middle of the week, and never forgetting to hit that like button. For many wanting to go into consulting or banking, I think it's fair to say that you took school slightly more seriously than others, being how you were likely networking, one of my favorite topics that I discuss on this channel by the way, but also trying to maintain a high GPA, all while being active on extracurriculars on campus, taking part in Greek life potentially, doing research, and finding the cure for cancer on weekends, on top of all that. Regardless of your college experience, I can guarantee that you will see some differences and similarities compared to being a management consultant. For instance, when you were in college, it was entirely up to you to roll out of bed and go to class. It was entirely up to you to turn in your homework. You were responsible for yourself. Unfortunately, you don't have that leniency anymore. If you don't want to roll out of bed and sign on for work or meetings, then expect to not get paid because you're fired. If you don't do your work, your team will be unhappy because they'll be missing that key component from that given project. But keep this up and once again, you're fired. Other differences that I didn't feel until a couple weeks in was that when you're in college, it's common for everyone to likely be around the same age range, roughly anywhere between 17 to 23 usually. When you're working, that's not really the case. No pun intended there. You could be fresh meat out of undergrad, but your supervisor could be in a senior position and be almost a decade older than you. On all the projects I've been on thus far, I've always been the youngest. Kinda feels weird though sometimes. The other main difference you'll see is that unlike college where you had chemistry Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, in calculus Tuesdays and Thursdays, you'll have work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Same thing. So there won't be as much variability as you expected with your coursework. You will likely though have different responsibilities, so you are technically doing different things at work, but your work is only one subject. Consulting, particularly for that given client. For a video where I discuss what is management consulting and the work it entails, I'll be sure to also link that in the bio below for you to check out after this one. I'll share one more quick difference between college and consulting though. When you're in college, you have midterms or homework or projects assigned to you and expected to be completed by a certain date. In consulting though, well, that's not really the case. Assignments are often bumped up quicker and expected to be turned over sooner than you'd think, which means you have to be ready for any curveball thrown in your direction. But now that we've covered the main differences, I'll give you my take based on my experiences. Maturity is a big one. You can't be cracking jokes left and right like when you were in class, unless via Teams to your favorite coworker, and you have to show yourself to be professional whenever working with your colleagues and in front of the client. For me, I spent the majority of my senior year preparing for this transition, and to be honest, I don't even know what I was preparing for. It's not like The Office, so for those of you who think watching that show can shed some insight on what your professional career might look like, you couldn't be more wrong. And if I'm the only one that thought The Office was a clear depiction of what you can expect, well, Anyway, my experiences during the onboarding of my company really made the difference. Most of my cohort were fresh out of college, so our training was designed pretty similarly. We had practice assignments, presentations, mini deliverables, and a couple other tasks just to get acclimated to the consulting lifestyle. Then for some, there was an initial OJT or on-the-job training project. But beyond that, you were just off to the races. After a few short weeks of working, I realized that the social life is vastly different than what was normal in college. I wasn't really chatting with my colleagues often after work because of the different time zones, them being married, or because, well, they were 10 years older than me. But even beyond these more basic reasons, you just felt so drained from the day, and a different type of drain than being at school for 10 hours sometimes. If I could go back in time to when I was in college and give myself some advice, I would tell myself to go back and hit that like button. But more honestly, it would be to say yes to more activities when in college. Why? Because you won't have that pure freedom that you once had. Also, know that the pressure is on. There's more expected on you and not that many people to help you out because everyone has their own assignment. Be smart with your actions and take every day one day at a time. Having been a working consultant for almost a year now, I'm ready for retirement. Just kidding. But I love the new opportunities that come my way every day. My colleagues know me as the yes man because I'll likely say yes to most asks or opportunities that do come my way. Obviously, I know my limits, but I say yes because I'm interested in all the things there are to do within your project, but also within my company. I'm part of several communities within my work, help with recruitment, part of an entry to mid-level panel, and responsible for a couple other things beyond the scope of my project. If you're interested in learning more about what else I do at work, then be sure to leave a comment in the bio below. But with all that being said, that wraps up my take on the differences between being in school and becoming a management consultant. If you're currently an entry-level consultant who wants to share their take, then please be sure to share your thoughts in the bio below for others to learn as well. If you found this video helpful, then be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. If you'd like more specialized guidance when it comes to getting into consulting, then be sure to schedule a one-on-one appointment on my website, ryanrafi.com, to speak more. If you are a recent grad or entering the world of consulting, then I wish you the best of luck. I know you're gonna do well solely just by watching these videos. But as always, thanks. Until next time.